Hi. Okay, so I would like you to talk to us a little bit about the telehealth
Yes.
and how it's, how a little bit about the numbers. How many, for example, clients did you have per day a year ago, and how many people are waiting for you in a waiting list
Right.
today?
So now at the beginning of Corona here, as I was saying with the company Teledoc, maybe there would be like 0 to 10 people waiting to speak to a doctor, and literally overnight there were over 3,000 people. And they had to like have all the telemedicine doctors on board. They were paying people more because they just had to. I suddenly felt like a fireman, and there's a humongous fire. Every single fireman has to be out there. Like that's how I felt at the beginning of this.
What do people call about, and what can they call about, and what issues?
What issues? So very good. So mostly the younger population, not with like serious medical problems. You know, if you have like heart failure or something very serious, you should be examined. But if it's like you have a urinary infection, or you have a skin infection, or you have backache, or a gastroenteritis, a bit of nausea, a bit of vomiting, or you're concerned you have corona, or you just need a refill on your medicine, or you're feeling a bit down, and you know, mostly infectious problems. It could be even a conjunctivitis. It could be a headache. It could be, you know, you fell or you got a cut, and you can send photos of your skin lesions.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And then that would also, I think, correlate with the whole pandemic, not being in the same room waiting for a doctor.
Right. And it's also wasting your time. It's also an economical thing. Who wants to take out a day of work or half a day out of work or bother to make that appointment and wait for that appointment? And by the time you get that appointment, your UTI is kind of worsened, or, you know, then it could be an instant thing. You can just pick up your phone and call.
Do you find that a lot of those calls are people who wouldn't have gone through the trouble of coming to a doctor and be like, oh, you know what, this is so easy, I'll just call, and eventually all you say is just drink some tea with honey and you'll be fine?
Yeah, and actually it's nice because it's more, you don't have to wait for that appointment, and it's much easier. And I offer to contact me by WhatsApp, and my patients love it because they just feel like they have their personal doctor at the end of the phone, you know.
Yeah. Interesting.
And also to know, like, do I have to go to the ER? Is this problem urgent, or can I wait? And people who aren't doctors don't know. You know, they have a bit of a tummy ache and they're suddenly really concerned. Could it be this? Or
And today's a private business, or is it part of
today what I'm
healthcare?
doing is just private.
And do you see it going into the healthcare system?
So healthcare systems do offer it. You can talk to your doctor, you can set up an appointment, but it's the whole bureaucracy of going through the application, of waiting for your doctor to be available. Does your doctor speak English? Or I speak English, French, and Spanish, so it is that as well.
Interesting. I know that they have, well, at least through Maccabi, I'm sure the other healthcare as well. They have Achayot online, so you could either text them online or call them. It's something that my wife loves using all the time, even for Scratch. For my daughters, of course. And I find that for some events in the middle of the night, there's a doctor that calls you back, and I find that actually to be a very easy and good system.
If you're set up with it, and if you understand how it works, and if you can speak to somebody who speaks the language, then it can work perfectly as well.